to make a video about this, and I've been trying to figure out what to say about this video, how to do it, how to make it a useful thing to talk about. So, this is why I don't understand the community. I've been playing Destiny for 11 years. I've been playing since Destiny first came out. And I've been playing Bungie games since the very first Halo game. So, here's the problem where I have against the community and why asking for Destiny 3 would be absolute dog shit and completely useless to even make. Even Bungie agrees with this. So, those reasons are, number one, making something that's absolute brand new is going to cost a lot of money. And them trying to create something new like Marathon is taking the majority of their budget. Here's the thing, guys. There's no such thing as infinite money or infinite budget. There's no games in the world that will ever claim that. There'll always be a failure when it comes to budget or company greed. Look at Fortnite. The reason why it's even alive right now, because the majority of its players is kids, and at least 98% of those kids have stolen credit cards from their parents and bought skins. I have seen many stories where the kids have spent $5,000, $10,000, $20,000, even $30,000 off their parents' card to pay for Fortnite skins. That's the reason why Epic's even making any money on Fortnite. And now, let's get back to Destiny 3. So, Destiny 3, on the other hand, Destiny 2 has been here since 2017. When Red War came out, it was good. It was a brand new story. Basically teaches you, hey, this is your light, this is how you be a guardian. We gotta revive the traveler so we can get our light back. And then kill the asshole who stole it. Dominus Goal. At that time, it wasn't as good as it was in D1. This is what happens when you make a new game of the same game instead of continuing it over years. Look how Call of Duty is failing. It's not even a year of Black Ops 6 came out, and 5 months later, they announced Black Ops 7's coming out. Not even a full year that has passed, and they already announced Black Ops 7. So, here's the problem with Call of Duty. Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3. You recognize the problem with here? Black Ops 4, Black Ops 5, Black Ops 6, Black Ops 7. You recognize it now? Making the game of the same damn title over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Instead of continuing on one game, adding more new stuff to the game. Putting the same Call of Duty game down and name it Black Ops 7 is not new. It's basically what Destiny 3 would be like. Taking Destiny 2, slashing it, and put the title as Destiny 3. Why does this not make sense, guys? Because of the hypocritic fucking community. What is the problem? Here's the problem. In the history of Destiny 2, we had community that says, Bungie, we want new things. New things come in. We don't like the new things, Bungie. Bring back our old shit. Bring back the old shit. Oh, Bungie's recycling content. Typical Bungie. You got my point here? This is what's wrong with Destiny community. There are cocksuckers that just want the game to die because they don't have the balls to quit. There's hypocritics that just want to complain just to complain just to complain. Now, here's what you guys don't understand. PC's Steam does not carry any of the Destiny franchise. It's always been console. In the last 11 years, console has overranked PCs so many times, so many years, it's literally laughable. There is way more consoles than there is PCs, Steams, Epics. You want to know why? Because PCs are $4,000 for a decent one and $8,001 for a high-class performance one. And you still have to pay thousands of dollars to replace it if something happens. For example, if the motherboard circuits and destroys itself, you're going to have to pay $2,000 to replace that. You see my problem here? Consoles are a 7-year lifespan to 8 years, depending when the company decides to release a new system. That's why Sony and Microsoft sometimes release 2 to 3 versions of the same type of system, like PS4, PS4 Slim, PS4 Pro, PS3, PS3 Original, PS3 Slim, and PS3 Thick. PS5, PS5 Slim, PS5 Pro. We get new systems throughout these 7 years before they upgrade to a high performance system compared to the other system they originally had. So, the main reason why Bungie has vaulted the previous campaigns, previous stories, previous activities, previous raids, and previous other weapons and stuff. Number 1, consoles carry Destiny. Number 2, if consoles carry Destiny and they're old gen, they cannot keep up with the graphics, which causes massive crashes. That's why you see PS4s crashing in Destiny, or Xbox pretty much Xbox One, the original Xbox One. They were also crashing as well. That's because the old gens cannot comprehend the graphics and the high performance of Destiny 2. Now, here's another problem with that. To vault something that it cannot handle makes sense. It keeps the game able to be upgraded constantly, graphics upgrading constantly, and everything upgrading constantly. It actually prevents less problems than what would actually happen. And it would also prevent a lot of crashes as well. So they vaulted the other previous expansions, and that's why we don't have Leviathan and all those stupid raid layers. The ones that people did not want to teach because they rather farm Spire. That's the main reason why I didn't get to experience Leviathan, because people wanted that stupid fucking emote, and every LFG post was only Spire. Fucking hated it. It should have never been a thing in Destiny. It should never be a thing. It's literally has to do with Destiny 3. It's not gonna make any money. Number 1, it's going to cost millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars to even start. Upon that, you also have to deal with consequences with the hypocritic community. They are going to shit on that game harder than they ever shit on any other game in existence. Because if it's not new, they're going to shit and tell Bungie to get old shit and bring it over. Then they're going to complain about the old shit. And then they're going to say, oh, Bungie's recycled content, how typical of Bungie to do it. You see my problem? This is the reason why Destiny 3 is never going to happen. It's because the hypocritic community cannot make up their goddamn minds when they want something and then they change their mind and want something else. This is why Destiny 2 is at its downfall. Because if Bungie actually listened to community itself and not fucking streamers, this game would be a better fucking conditioned. I do blame streamers. They're 100% fault at 98% of shit that happens in Destiny 2. Their nerves. The fucking old shit that comes back that no one wanted. And so many more. Like, the community actually wanted to keep the crafting. They wanted to keep crafting. They want it. But streamers didn't want to take the time and farm it. So they are literally sitting there saying, oh, crafting is shit. We need to get rid of it. It's absolute dog shit. In reality, it was actually one of the best things we could ever ask for. Because we could pick our own god roll and not sit there and farm 25 hours to try to get one PvP god roll or one PvE god roll. We can level it up, get some kills, or use our enchantment cores and level it up ourselves. Now, I for one is actually liking Edge of Fate. Edge of Fate, I like the new idea. Number one, when Light and Dark Saga started, we were already at low level. Does that make more sense to restart our power level so we can rise again when a new saga happens? Yeah! If a game that has leveling system, you're not going to be at your same level for every DLC to ever exist in the life span of that game. I can promise you that. You always restart. There is plenty of games out there that make you do that. And they're popular as hell. Now, why is Destiny 2 failing for that? It's because the community is being so toxic and rather see Bungie burn because they don't have the balls to quit themselves, so they rather be banned by cheating or fucking destroy the game so it burns for everyone else. That is their goal, is to have the game burn. Because they don't have the balls to fucking quit themselves and play a different game. They could easily go see a therapist and find some help. But they rather choose to burn the game that everyone else loved. This is why Destiny 3 is not going to happen either. Because those people who can't quit Destiny 3 is going to burn it as well. Bungie honestly needs to shut off all communications to all streamers. Just like they did in Halo. You never see any streamers in Halo commanding Bungie to do this, to do that, and do this, and do that, and do this, and do that, and Bungie listens. Everything that happens in Halo was based on their ideas. And not based on community, youth streamers' fucking egos. Oh, I want the game to be difficult! I want Div to be fucking nerfed! Salty Greppo. I just don't feel that Destiny 2 should be at its hardest point. I think it should be harder. I think we need to make it harder and actually more difficult so the new players can't play. Streamers. I'm a YouTuber against other YouTubers. It's because I hate every opinion they make. Saying, oh, Destiny 2 is dying. Oh, look at this player base. And if they actually take 2 seconds of their time, it would actually say Steam-based, player-based. Steam does not speak for the community of consoles. We've been carrying the game for 11 years. Or this game would be only PCs. For 3 years, it's only been a console game. And the successfulness of Destiny 1, that's a big, huge number. We had millions of fucking counts on Destiny 1. In total accounts in the last 11 years, 40 million accounts has been registered. 40 million. And 3% of that is PCs and Epics. That shows you how big the community of consoles are. If Destiny 3 happens, I want 3 things to change. Number 1, if you cannot quit on your own and rather see a game burn, you need help. You need mental help. Because that just shows that you don't have the balls to quit and you do need help of private professionals. And number 2, the game needs to have another thing. Number 2, why would Destiny 3 fail if it's made today? Number 2 is the hypocritical community. Complaining about Bungie, I want new things. Bungie, I want old things. Bungie's recycled content. That is on you. That's not on Bungie. They listened to your complaints and you wanted old stuff. You complained about it and you are telling Bungie that they're recycling content even though you asked for it. That is you. That's number 2 of why Destiny 3 will not happen. Number 3, they don't have billions of dollars anymore. They're combining both budgets to Destiny 2 and Marathon. And honestly, I think Marathon can succeed. Bungie's made the mistakes. Bungie's fixing them. I honestly believe that it can actually be good. I'm actually going to buy it when it comes out. I'm going to try it out and I'm going to see if I like it. Because there is some extraction shooters I actually like. I like Black Ops Cold War DMZ. It was new. It was something that I haven't done in a while. And I actually liked it. I like finding different weapons I can keep if I successfully extract out of it. I played Helldivers, which is another extraction shooter. Granted, you're not going up against the players, but you can kill your own teammates, which is kind of fun when you are fucking around with each other. But I honestly think that Marathon can coexist with Destiny 2. And the budget that Marathon makes can transfer it over to Destiny 2. And vice versa and make both games good. I have faith in Bungie. I always have since I played the very first Halo. I have faith. And it's not being a Bungie suck up or anything, it's literally something that I cared. I've been a big fan of Halo. Even though I hated Xbox because the Red Death bullshit. I'm pretty much on my PS5 90% of the time every day. And majority of the time I let it play fucking YouTube throughout the day when I'm relaxing my day off. It's and I have yet to see it overheating. That's the reason why I like PlayStations. But going back to Destiny 3, it's just not capable. Yes, it will help with some of the problems we have now, but at the same time, the hypocrites would just ruin the game. Just like they ruined Destiny 2. In Destiny 1, we didn't have the hypocrites. There was no such thing as bring old stuff back, or bring new stuff back, or bunch of recycled content, typical Bungie bullshit. That didn't happen until Destiny 2. Which people don't get through their heads that the vaulting system had to happen. It had to happen. It was required if they want to move forward with Destiny 2. Or Destiny 2 would have been an 800 gigabyte game with every DLC, every seasonal, every weapon, every activity, all in the game at once. That's how much gigabytes with all DLCs, everything in Destiny 2. With Edge of Fate. It would have been an 800 gigabyte game, at least. Or close to what Call of Duty is, which is about roughly 300 to 500 gigabytes. So, that is another problem. The old gens could not keep up with the graphics, nor can keep up with the processing system as the Destiny game was progressing and getting better graphics, better graphics, better graphics, better resources. PCs, you fuckers don't understand that console's been literally carrying Destiny since the very beginning. We don't care if you leave, we don't care if you stay. Bungie only brought you guys in because people were complaining they couldn't play on PC. Destiny 1 was a console only. And it did absolute fucking well with consoles only. We didn't see hypocrites. We didn't have that much fucking greediness towards players and wanting the game to burn. Because they don't have the balls to quit. We didn't have Bungie listen to only streamers and only listen to what they have to say. That was the problem of Destiny 2, is where Bungie's only listen to streamers and not the community. But what you don't understand, yes, they're bringing some new players, but it's not as much as you think. When a new trailer pops up, that's what brings new players in. When they see something that's good coming forward, and they see the date is coming out, so they save money so they can buy it. That's what brings in new players. If Bungie actually changed it away and stopped listening to the streamers, or streamers completely quit and fuck off, I guarantee you Destiny 2 would be at its better state. I can promise you that. That's a guaranteed. I may be a YouTuber, but I'm a YouTuber against other YouTubers. Because I have heart in this game. And I don't want to see it burn because some egoist wants the game to burn because they don't have the balls to quit. I put my money, my heart, my blood and sweat into this game. I may not be the best, but I enjoy helping others. It's the main reason why I joined LFGs instead of only raiding my clan. So I can help others get their exotics, so I can help others teach, and so I can teach others that don't know encounters that LFGs would not teach because they don't want to be patient enough. Now, if the raid was running for 8 hours, then yeah, I would give up. But majority of the LFGs, as long as they have mics, which is the number one rule, guys. If you know an activity that's required a mic and communication, for hard mechanics. Mics are required, or at least texting is required. If you can do one of those, it's fine. But when we cannot hear you and you're not texting, that's where it becomes a problem. Especially in an epic raid, where, yes, it's the same encounters, but at the same time, it's completely different mechanics. It's like Pantheon, but better. When I stepped in the Hydra, my brain was hurting. Because I memorized every mechanic in the original raid. And now something that's new, something that's difficult, and something that's challenging. It's now in my face. And I have to conquer that to be able to complete the raid. I have completed the Wyvern, which is the most complicated mechanic, but the most easiest to pursue. Now, another reason why Destiny 3 is not going to happen is because Destiny 2 is here. It's been alive since 2017. Why spend billions of dollars creating a new game when we can extend the game that we're already upgrading? That new players are joining, where the new players are learning. If you completely wipe Destiny 2, shut off the servers, and create Destiny 3, the new players will have no idea what the fuck they're doing. Know the story, know how we got the Traveler, how we killed the Witness, how we made him our bitch. They would never understand that. The new players wouldn't have matchmaking to find or go to LFGs and find teams. Hey, these are raids I've never seen before and I haven't got to do them in Destiny 2. Can you teach me? And when everyone moves straight to Destiny 3, there's no one going to be able to help them. They won't know Salvation Edge. They won't know Desert Perpetual. They won't know Last Wish. They won't know Garden of Salvation, Bottle of Glass, Kurta, fucking King's Fall, Vow Disciple, Deepstone Crypt. They won't know these raids. You want to know why? Because if Destiny 3 happens, everyone will leave Destiny 2, and the new players that wanted to play Destiny 2 will not be able to do a single raid. Will not be able to learn. Will not understand the story, where it takes place. Why is it here? Why are we here? Why is the Traveler helping us? Why do we have Ghost? Why do we have supers that are unparalleled to everyone else? Why are we the gods? They won't know that. We are God Slayers. We kill gods for fun and make it into our weapon. It's how we got Outbreak. We captured Siva, made it into a weapon. We killed Oryx, we made him into a weapon. We killed Nezarek, we made him to conditional finality. We killed Riven and made her into 1,000 voices. Or 1K. We're God Slayers. That's our job. And now this all bullshit of our power level being low? We were overpowered. And all you guys wanted difficult. So Bungie decided to reset the power level to make it harder. To make it, you have to think. To where you have to use your weapons smart. And absolute strategize. This is what you guys wanted. And Bungie delivered. even though it's not something that you physically said you wanted. You just wanted to say that you want the game to be difficult. Now we're in the home of the most difficult raid in existence. Yes, it didn't last for 20 hours or 24 hours like Salvation Edge, but mechanical wise, it was. They made the bosses bullet sponges due to the fact that you guys said you wanted it difficult. So Bungie delivered it. This is what happens when you try to take away other people's fun because you want things to be difficult. If you make a game too difficult, new players will quit instantly. They will stop it immediately. That's why Destiny 3 will not happen. I can promise you that. It could happen 10 years from now, could happen in 20 years. But it will not happen in the next 7 years. Because you guys cannot keep your mind set. You guys cannot make up your mind, and you guys cannot understand what you truly wanted. So please understand. Bungie is not to blame for this one. Streamers and egoists are the ones that are blamed because they wanted the game difficult and Bungie delivered it. Even though it's not something that's in their division, they still made it difficult. You guys said, oh, we want the grind to be harder because we think that everything's being over-delivered and we think that everything's being handed to us. Now you complain that you guys can't farm correctly. Which majority of you guys continues to speedrun solos. And before Bungie increased the points that you gain from the power bonus, it was originally 500 to 900 bonus extra points. If you didn't kill any of the enemies, you're not going to get gold tier completion or platinum completion. The reason is because you must kill the enemies and you must complete the objectives. The more you kill, the more points you get. The more objectives you get, the more points you get. And then when you have extra points at the very end, that bonus is going to stack up and you get maximum stats. That's why I was able to get tier 4s within the first fucking 100 light levels I had. I had 3 tier 4s at level 178 because I didn't speedrun. I already figured out how to properly farm. It's not speedrun. Just taking your time, kill the enemies, do the objectives. It's how you progress. It's how you level up. It's how you get high gear. That's why I have all tier 5s. And I'm not even 450. I have all tier 5 armor, not even to 451 where it's guaranteed. Or have a higher chance of dropping. I'm at 418. I have tier 4, tier 4. I have a tier 5 shotgun in my vault. Tier 4, tier 4, tier 4. Tier 4, tier 4. And there's some tier 5s that I also race because I didn't get the good god roll. I have a tier 5 auto, which you can get easily by doing activities at harder mythic encounters. I got tier 4s as well. Tier 5 shotgun, which you also get by doing the completions of the quests. See, I'm not a hoarder like you YouTubers are. I have 400 out of 700 because I'm not a hoarder. I keep what I think is good or what I use. And if I don't use it, I erase it, which some of the stuff I need to erase because I don't use them anymore. I have a tier 5 grenade launcher. Tier 4 unwavering duty. Tier 4 or dawn. Tier 4 hiatus. It's the problem with speedrunners. They think, oh, I gotta complete it fast as I can to get the highest gear. No, it's not how it works. It doesn't even come close. Now, you can now speedrun, since they gave the bonus to 5,000 points. So even if you're at low points, you're still going to get a guaranteed completion gold or completion platinum, because it's going to give you those points that you need at the end. But before Ice and Iron, speedrunning will ruin your farming. And that's where the big problem is. You speedrun, you ruin things. And then you complain about grinding is not good, grinding is not good, grinding is not good, grinding is not good. And whose fault is that? I don't speedrun. And I get tier 4s and tier 5s before I meet up 450. It just doesn't make sense to me when people want to rush stuff when doing it at a pace will proven so much better and be processable so much easier. The grinding is not the problem. It's your method of how to grind. Speedrun it and run it as many times as you want will not always work. Take your time, do the objectives, kill the enemies, will give you the most points. It's how you succeed in power grind. The reason why I'm still at 418 is because I work a 40-hour job. And I can't play at night because I only have about roughly 4 hours to sleep, because it takes me about 4 to 5 hours to actually fall asleep because of my insomnia. So I have sleep problems. That's the reason why I can't sleep at night as much or play at night. But I'm also trying to start playing in the morning before work so I can at least get more gameplay in. I tried it for 4 weeks of not recording throughout the day, and I hated it. I hate being the lowest light level of my team. Yes, I'm 418, but that doesn't mean I can't be 550 already. But have faith in Bungie. Like they have had faith in you. Don't overwhelm them with useless fucking updates that you want. Let it come to you. Bungie only decreased the light level because it's a new saga and people wanted it to be a difficult experience. It's why we have Fabled, it's why we have Mythic, it's why we have Platinum 1.2 million points to get a 5 tier. This is based on you wanting it to be difficult. That's why our power level is resetted. Just like in D1, our power level is 400. Because it's a brand new saga of Light and Dark. We ended at 2220 light level at the end of Light and Dark saga. Our power will increases through each DLCs just like it was before. It's going to be doing the exact same thing in Renegades were more likely to be 700 or 650, which means our power grind would be more and we have a higher chance of getting our light levels higher. That's what you guys don't understand. It's based on DLCs because you wanted it difficult. I don't blame anyone but you. Egoists. People who want the game to be difficult and not be easy enough for new players to understand. The new players what brings this game higher. What keeps the game alive. If new players are not coming back, you're not getting new higher base of player base. You make the game too difficult. Why do you think Elder Rings was not as popular as it could be? Why do you think Dark Souls wasn't as popular as it could be? Because when new players are backing into a most difficult activities, they're going to be discouraged of even trying to attempt. That's the biggest problem of Destiny 2. It's egoist, elitist. You want nothing but the game to be more difficult for them and not everyone else. They are happy while everyone else suffers. That's what brings the game down. That's why Call of Duty fails. It used to be known as one thing. Good multiplayer and good zombies. Top-notch zombie game, fun as hell, and fucking addictive. Destiny's the same way. Fun, addictive, and the activities is good as well. But when you sit there and egoist the entire time and thinking that, oh, I'm so good that the game must be difficult to only impress me. It's not how games work, guys. It's not how games work. Games is meant for everyone, not just elitist. We don't need the game to be difficult. We need the game to be difficult and easy for new players to understand. So they're able to play without having to, what the fuck am I doing? How do I activate a super? How do I throw my grenade? How do I jump? How do I summon my sparrow? How do I do raids? I need a mic, I need to communicate, but no one's teaching me. That's why I help out with Chiefs. Yes, sometimes they piss me the fuck off, but it's worth it. It's worth it. To be able to sit there and make new friends, laugh, make jokes, carry each other once in a while, watch someone die by a dick wall. Hilarious fucking thing that ever existed. Watch people get glitched in random ways. Funny as fuck. You guys watch my video. You guys seen how fucked up I am. You know I'm Bungie's bitch. And I take pride in that. To find weird places to get glitched into. I take pride in that. Because it makes me laugh. And it makes my viewers laugh. Like the time when I well skated inside of Seraph's station. And got glitched into the turbine. And got turned back zone. That was a complete mistake because I didn't know you can fall right through it. It was a new experience, and it was also the time when I was a beginner of well skating. I was still learning how to well skate. I still needed to practice how to do bubble skate for Titan. And I'll eventually find that out. I also found a glitch where if you pop your super Thunder Crash as you drop a rally flag, it snaps your arms off. Funniest animation I ever seen in my life. And I could give you a little glimpse of that. Because Bungie hasn't patched it, so it still happens. Which is still funny to me. Let's go ahead and go to Last Wish. Where the red flag is already there. And I don't have to complete an opening. Destiny 2 is not perfect. No game is. Have faith in Bungie as they have faith in you. And maybe in the future, they will make Destiny 3 when they're ready. But if they do it now, it's set to fail. They're not ready for Destiny 3 yet. And plus, if you completely make a new game in the middle of a saga, it's just going to get confusing. That's why they made Destiny 2 at the earliest of Light and Dark, so it's not as confusing as it would be. Yeah, sometimes it's confusing, sometimes it's a way of life. The way games are, most of them are meant to be. Not every game is bug-free. All games will always have problems. No games in the world are perfect, and never claims to be perfect or will be perfect. People make mistakes, we're only human. Even if those mistakes happen a lot, we're still human. And that's never going to stop being human. Oh yeah, I forgot to put Eager Edge on. It's the way of life, guys. It's the way of life. Just have faith in Bungie, and they will deliver. I'm going to go ahead and wipe so I have my super. And then you guys can see the arm snapping off. And I don't think anyone ever experienced this before. So I'm actually glad I actually successfully seen this. Oh, and that wall glitch still works, but you have to time it perfectly. You can actually bypass it, but at the same time, you're not going to have as much damage window as you can, due to the fact that the joining allies takes a little bit longer. So you lose the precious damage time when she ends her wipe mechanic. So I got my super, and now I have Thunder Crash on. Go up to the rally flag, get ready to press circle. Oh, shit. Let's get back more, get my super back. Pressed it a little bit too early. Alright, Kelly. Kill me, you sexy bitch. La la la. Oh yeah, I can just instant die by the ball. Completely forgot about these. Oh, hi. But, like I said, that's why Destiny 3 is not happening anytime soon. Plus, the saga is not done yet. Can't start a new game with a 6-year saga. Lion Dark saga lasted for 10 years. That's the only reason why Destiny 2 is alive. Alright, let's see if we can time this perfectly. There we go. Snap my arms. These are the funny glitches that I find random ways. That's how you break your arm, and you still keep your super. I'm gonna do it again to make sure it's not a fluke. It's all about timing your drop of the red flag with your super. And you can snap your arms off. Hilarious to me. Well, that's the issue. Destiny 1 wasn't big enough to handle the new expansions of its new systems like Xbox One, PS4, PS5, and PS6 coming out in 2 years. Destiny 1, the graphics wasn't as good, the engine for it wasn't as good. It could not handle new systems. That's why they couldn't open to PCs as well. It was meant for a console game, but at the same time, it wasn't as advanced. Because it was 2014, guys. 2014. Our technology and graphics were not that good. It didn't have the engine that they knew. It's not as of the same engine. They upgraded it in the last 10 years. It may be the Tiger engine they used, but they have upgraded it since. That's why if you hop into Destiny 1 right now, it hurts your fuck out of your eyes. That's the old generation Tiger engine. That's why Destiny 1 looks so much good. It's the same engine, but upgraded. And they couldn't just rip out the fucking engine and upgrade it while Destiny 1 was available still. Or Destiny 1 would have been probably erased. You can't really upgrade an engine while a game is online because it can cause major problems as well when you plug it back in, upgrade everything, and then turn the servers back on. It's going to cause massive problems, massive bugs, massive shit that happens. Even beyond light. But at the same time, if you look from D1 graphics to D2 graphics, you can tell they're completely different. If you play Destiny 1 right now, it will hurt your fucking eyes so much because you're used to Destiny 2. You're used to Destiny 2's graphics, where it's more bright, where it's more detailed, where it's more high resolution. And when you play Destiny 2, it hurts your eyes. I played Destiny 2. Yeah. Even at PS5, it was still 30 frames. Even PS5 would have 30 frames. That's another reason why it hurts your eyes. It's another reason why they had a vault. The old gens can't take the old content. It technically could, but at the same time, it would be so much crashes between Xbox One and PS4 that it would not be able to register or be playable. Especially the fact that they completely upgraded all resolution from Beyond Light and above. Yeah, the old content would not be able to last. The old gens would not be able to play. Which people who are poor would not be able to afford a PS5 or Xbox One S. They wouldn't be able to afford that. They wouldn't afford Xbox One X either, or any of the new generations. The game would be 800 gigabyte as well, with all the activities, all weapons, all raids, all seasonal content, all campaigns. It would have been at least 800 gigabyte game, at least the most. it'd be roughly around 600 to 800 gigabytes for everything to be in the game. They already lost the files for Red War and Leviathan. That's why that's not returning. I didn't even get the chance to play fucking Leviathan. Everyone wanted to farm that stupid fucking emote. Which 5 years later, if they waited for like 4 years later, they could have bought it at the fucking store. It was available in the fucking Eververse. All they did was waste everyone else's fucking time because they wanted this stupid emote that would have came in the future. I didn't even get to learn at fucking Leviathan. I have videos on YouTube showing me fucking oobing out of the map. Because I didn't experience the fucking raid, so I had to break through the fucking raid and experience each encounter myself. I jumped straight into the gauntlet. Explore the gauntlet. I still don't understand how the fuck it works. I don't know the mechanics. All I know, if you step on a plate, it lowers. That's all I knew. I got into the royal pool as well. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing in there either. Leviathan and the 3 layers are the only raids I have yet to even do in any of the raids in Destiny history. Because I didn't have a team. I didn't have OFG because they wanted to farm that stupid emote. Every single post was nothing but fire. Every single post. There was no post for PvP. There was no post for strikes. There was no post for nightfalls. It was all spires. Every single one was spire, 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 spire. That's the reason why I never had a Leviathan clear. A fucking World's Eater. Eater Worlds. Crown of Sorrow. Spire. I didn't do a single one of those because of that stupid fucking emote. In reality, it wasn't even a good emote. Oh, you're just sitting down with a fucking chalice in your hand. Oh, really? Good fucking emote. It's not even a good emote. 5 years later, that became available in the fucking Eververse. And you know why I didn't buy it? Because of experience. I'm not gonna fucking buy a fucking emote that literally prevented me from even doing the fucking raid. Everyone want to do only first encounter of Spire just to get that fucking emote. When they know they could have got it in any of the encounters. They didn't have to farm the first fucking encounter. You can got it in every fucking encounter of that raid. It's not just first encounter accessible only. My friend got it in the final fucking encounter. He got it on the boss encounter. You didn't have to do the first encounter. Destiny 3 is not going to be any different. We're still going to have those fucking hypocritics that literally blames Bungie because of their mistakes that they wanted. Bungie, we want new stuff. Bungie, bring back our old stuff. Bungie, recycle content. Typical Bungie. That's why Destiny 3 would never happen. Because they would burn that game down as well. They will ruin it for everyone else. Because they can't keep their fucking mouth shut and learn. I didn't even get to read the rest of that because I just repeated the message that you sent. And to answer your question, no, I wasn't meddling about a emote. It was because I couldn't even experience a single raid because everyone wanted to do that stupid fucking counter. I couldn't do Leviathan. I couldn't do any of the raid layers. That's the reason why I'm pissed. It's the only three full raids that I don't have completion for. I don't even know if it will show up as my emblem. Probably not. No completion. No completion. No completion. Completed on PC. No. Yummy. I could not. At that time, I was on PC. And I was brand new to PC. I didn't have as many friends. I only had like a few friends that was playing with me. And at that time, I wasn't light level ready for raids. I didn't get to do any of those raids. Not a single one. Because people want to do that stupid ass fucking... Yeah. Yeah, Yummy. I already know about the LFG. Every post was Spire of Stars. Every single post. There was no post for Leviathan. There was no post for Eater's Worlds. There was no post for Crown Sorrows. There was no post for Scourge of the Past. Every single post daily was Spire of the Watch. Spire of the Stars. Every single one. I already have Scourge of the Past done. And that was on PC. So I missed all four. Yeah, but when people are wanting to do Spire for the emote, they're not going to join your post. I have made plenty of posts and waited 4 hours for each post, waiting for someone to join. Maybe 2 people joined out of 6. And that was it. Because back then, everyone was only focused on that emote. And if you don't know what that emote was, I don't even think I can use the collections for that. Probably not. Because I already made hundreds of posts. There's really no point back then. And plus, back then, LFGs wasn't popular. It wasn't widely used as it is today. People didn't use LFGs as much as they could have. But in the end, yeah, I think it was the... Yeah, it was just the engram. No, emote. Why did I say engram? No, it was not popular. It was not widely used. There was barely any posts back then. Not many people used LFGs. And if there was some type of a different LFG that was used that was not on the Destiny 2 app back then I wouldn't have known. Back then, I didn't really friend as many people because I was mainly focused on getting my light level up. I was only able to do Scourge of the Past back then. Yep. All the posts were only Spires. There was none for Nightfalls, none for fucking Crucible, none for any activities. Back then, I didn't have Discord. I didn't even know what the fuck Discord even was. I didn't know what Discord was until, I think, maybe Beyond Light. Because as soon as, I think it was, as soon as Shadowkeep came, I switched back to consoles. Yeah, back then I didn't know what Discord was. Sadly. soon as I got back into consoles during Shadowkeep, yes, I know what the brain eating in nearby is. It's why you can't. It's why you have to pretty much cover your nose while you swim in a lake or river, because that's how they get into your brain. And it's pretty much flesh-eating virus as well. But if they bring back Leviathan at any point, that'd be the first raid I'd be doing. So I can officially say I know every raid. I wouldn't know if I have brain eating and parasite. I would have problems. I would have major migraines, major headaches, and I probably wouldn't ever be able to sleep. And I probably would definitely know if something's wrong with me. So I don't know where you're getting the point of brain eating parasite. So yeah, but that's pretty much it of what I wanted to talk with. Fuck, I can't even speak. It's pretty much what I wanted to talk about. Get it off my mind. Where it's fresh in my mind. It's because I have a learning disability, man. It's much harder for me to think. I talk slow, think fast, or I think slow and talk fast. That's where my slurs keep coming from. Not even one's perfect, man. My points are made from my opinions. You don't have to agree with me. They're just my opinions because I have faith in Bungie. I always had faith in them. That's why I'm hoping that they wait for at least until after the Rite of the Nine, or Edge of the Nine, or Edge of Fate. Wait until that saga ends, and then maybe create Destiny 3. Because there's no point in making a new game if you only just started the saga. There's little to no point of it. All it would do is just cause more problems, and it wouldn't even solve anything. Which means if it's Destiny 3 happens, I don't want nothing at all. Weapons, raids, activities, or nothing to be brought. I want it to be absolute brand new, with a brand new saga, brand new enemies as well. Yes, that's because the player base was only consoles, and they didn't have the equipment to increase the graphics until they made Destiny 3. Plus, Destiny 3 was already in the making as Rise of Iron was released. Most games takes about roughly 2 to 3 years to even post saying, hey, this game's coming out. Look at Call of Duty. Look how many times. Well, even if it's not 100%, it's still one of the factors. It's because there was no PCs. Cope agreed. Pete, that damn bastard. A person that should never been a CEO became a CEO. That billions of dollars could have went in to make Destiny 3 a brand new engine, or Destiny 2 a brand new engine. High graphics, high processor. They could have done a lot of things if that cocksucker wasn't the fucking CEO. If they kept the rights of Halo, they would have the budget. If Activision didn't work for them, they would have the fucking budget. Yeah, during Red War, that's when the player base significantly decreased. But at the same time, the corporate greed is what brought the game down as well. It's not just the toxic community. Bungie kept the rights to Halo. They'll have the money to make Destiny 2 good. Because the game will continuously bring more money, and more money, and more money, and more money, and more money. They'll have a total of 3 games that continuously increase. Plus the additional Halo games. The Halo Reach, Halo ODST, Infinite, Master Chief's Connection. Well, back then, to even level up, you physically had to farm the public events. Because it was a brand new game. It didn't really have anything. We didn't have raids. We didn't have big ass activities. That's why the player base was so low. That's why Destiny 3 would fail. Because there wouldn't be anything to do. We have so much things to do in D2, it would be pointless to even make a Destiny 3. Because what's the point of making a brand new game if all you're doing is just completely resetting the game and removing everything that you usually do completely out of the way from this view? It would be absolutely useless. Yeah, and look how fast the player base dropped when they made Destiny 2. It's because when you make a brand new game, after a bunch of players played a game that had tons of activities, and the only way you can level up is by doing the public events, yeah, that's going to get boring very fucking quick. That's why it failed. That's why they were about to pull the plug. It's because they didn't have any activities yet. There was only public events that you could level up. There was no raids, there was no strikes, public events only. That's mainly why it failed, almost. But Leviathan came out, player base exploded, and ever since then, Destiny 2 is the way it is. Well, it's not just a weapon as well. It's the way you had to light level farm. But events was the only way you can light farm. Was the only way you can get to high levels. Raids, we didn't have raids. We only had the campaign and a public event. That's all we had. It was. Even the public events was literally the only way you can level up properly. precisely and accurately. So yes, it was the only way you can level up. Because there was no method available back then that actually helped. It was, man. The public events was literally the only way you could level up. Every YouTuber has stated this in the last 10 years, and they keep stating it. Dado, Lucky Top P, all of them continue to do it. I have played in fucking Red War. I have played when Destiny 2 first came out. The only way you could level up efficiency is by public events. And they weren't even that frequent. I think you had to wait for every 30 minutes, and there was a website online that tells you the exact time when public events are coming and where the location of the public events are. It's the main reason why even I stopped for about a month until Leviathan came out, where new activities came out. The only raid I want to come back is Wrath Machine, because I want to see what Bungie would make out of it. How the graphics would change, how the mechanics would change, how the raid would look. They already did it with Vault of Glass, The King's Fall, Crota. Yes, and they still made the website of what time the public events were coming. And I think that website's still available. Probably not, because they're probably already taken out. But yes, there was a website that already tells you exactly where the public events are going to be, exactly what time, how many minutes, how many seconds are left. Because I guarantee you there was no timer that says 45 minutes until next public event. Please come here when it's time. There was nothing on that map. It may appear on the map when it's close time, but it would not tell you the exact time and how long you have to wait. You physically have to look it up the exact time. No, you still had to wait for 30 minutes and didn't have a 30-minute timer. It only appeared when the timer is close to 2 minutes. That's when the public event appears on your map. You still had to wait for 30 minutes before the next public event appears on the map. Just like you still have to do it now. Most public events, you still have to wait for 20 to 30 minutes. But they're useless to even use now because they're not going to give you anything good. They're only going to give you base stats of 200 power light, and that's it. It's pointless to even farm anymore. But I'm going to try to get some sleep for work, but I'll see you guys later. Thanks for listening to my rant. Until next time, guys.